and maybe he is not able to do other jobs than rickshaw pulling, and rickshaw pulling is the only job that we can do. Yeah. And we all cameraman ma hamro pilot sir hununcha hamro, and every one of us is pulling our own rickshaws. Wow. And pani pare भने यस्तो गर्ने हैन, छत पनि हुँदो रहेछ हैन, छत पनि हुँदो रहेछ. ट्रान्सपोर्ट प्लेन चढ्दा भन्दा रिक्सा चढ्दाखेरि चाहिँ छुट्टै एक्साइटमेन्ट हुँदो रहेछ. एकदम छ. र हाई हेलो दर्शक नमस्ते, म हुँ यारके गणेश कुलुङ. फेरि पनि स्वागत गर्न चाहन्छु मेरो नयाँ ब्लगमा. आज हामी थमेल एरियामा छौँ. मेरो साथ
लैजाऊ घुमाउन मलाई थमेल बजार देउसी चढाउँदै.
नमस्ते सबैजनालाई. आज हामी सर्लक्का चाहिँ तपाईँहरूलाई चाहिँ थमेल बजार घुमाउनेछौँ.
लैजाऊ घुमाउन मलाई थमेल बजार देउसी चढाउँदै.
हामीसँग देखाउनु होला. गइरहेका छौँ रिक्सामा होइन. रिक्साको प्राइस कति पर्छ र चाहिँ थमेल आज कस्तो देखिन्छ सम्पूर्ण डिटेल्सहरू तपाईँलाई देखाउनेछ. हामीसँग रहनु होला. आजको भिडियो चाहिँ एकदमै इन्ट्रेस्टिङ हुनेवाला छ होइन, किनभने आज हामी चाहिँ रिक्सामा घुमिरहेका छौँ होइन. हजुर के भन्नुभएको फोन होइन? ठिक छ केही छैन. यो रिक्सा कसको हो? ए रिक्सामा चढौँ भनेको होइन. कति लाग्छ हामी घुम्ने क्या थमेल? कति
आधा घन्टा जति घुम्ने.
700-800 त अलिक बढी भयो नि. हामी युट्युब भिडियो पनि बनाउँछौँ होइन, एक फ्रन्टका थमेल पनि घुम्ने क्या. अनि त्यहाँ माथि 2वटा होटल जानुपर्ने छ होइन. होइन वेटिङ पर्दैन, एकछिन जाने अनि सोध्ने अनि आइहाल्ने. कति लाग्छ? हजुर 700 त बरु भयो नि यार. नेपालीलाई अलि
विदेशी भए त म त अब 1000-1200
धेरै महँगो. यो हो तपाईँको? मिलाएर लानु न. 2 ठाउँ जानुपर्छ क्या माथि. कतिमा?
अब कति भन्नु, अब 1000ले भनौँ न.
500 दिन्छु ल.
त्यसरी जान सक्दैन न,
अलिक महँगो भएन? 2 ठाउँ जानुपर्छ है माथि ल. ल हामी चाहिँ फाइनल्ली रिक्सा पनि पायौँ होइन. लाइफसँग तपाईँ घर कता होला?
मेरो घर नआकोट.
ए ल तपाईँको रिक्सामा आज हामी घुम्ने है है. फाइनली अब हामीले रिक्सा पनि पाइयो. बिर्बल सरसँग टक्क चढेर आज चाहिँ होइन मजाले जानुपर्छ क्या होइन दाजु. अब रिक्सामा विदेश मात्रै कति चढ्छन् होइन सर? अटिँदैन क्या हो, अलिक मोटो भएर है.
बिस्तारै चलाउनुहोस् न.
अब हामी सर रिक्सामा थमेल घुमिरहेका छौँ मित्रहरू. थमेलको वर्तमान अवस्था चाहिँ यस्तो छ होइन. यसलाई चाहिँ थमेल बजार भनिन्छ गाइस.
लैजाऊ घुमाउन मलाई थमेल बजार देउसी चढाउँदै.
कतिपय तपाईँहरू चाहिँ अब थमेल आइपुग्नु नभएको होला होइन. तपाईँले चाहिँ अब थमेलको दृश्य हेर्दै हुनुहुन्छ यतिखेर. हाम्रो बिर्बल सर नमस्ते हुनुहुन्छ. थमेल रमाइलो छ.
हजुर
60 सालदेखि काठमाडौँमा बस्दै आएको. हजुर थमेल एरिया खासै परिवर्तन भएको देखिँदैन. हजुर उही चौक, उही गल्ली, उही बिल्डिङ, उही पसल है होइन. हामी पर्यटकको चलचल त्यस्तै देखिन्छ, उस्तै देखिन्छ. जस्तो 15-20 वर्ष अगाडि देखिन्थ्यो. हजुर म सर्वप्रथम सबभन्दा पहिला काठमाडौँ पाइला टेक्दाखेरि 14 वर्षको थिएँ. 14 वर्षको है. अहिले त 30+ भइसकेँ. 30+. त्योभन्दा माथि चाहिँ भन्नु मिल्दैन. 30+ मात्रै होइन. माथि जाने इच्छा हुँदैन, तर प्रकृतिले मान्छ नै. प्रकृतिको नियमलाई तोड्न त सकिँदैन. 30+ अनि 40-. थमेल एरिया रमाइलो छ है. एउटा थमेल चौक होइन. यो चाहिँ मेरो दोस्रो पटक हो रिक्साको यात्रा भनेको. हजुर पहिलोपटक गणेश सरसँगै 5 वर्ष अगाडि जति निर्माणा होटल जाँदाखेरि रिक्सामा सवार भएर गइएको थियो र आज सेकेन्ड टाइम
हजुर हजुर
रिक्सामा नै अब 2-3वटा आगन्तुक होटलहरू निर्माणा होटल अनि हाम्रो थर्ड होटल के भयो सर मैले बिर्सेँ आगन्तुक निर्माणा अनि होटल बुटिक तिनवटा होटलमा चाहिँ हामीले आज भिजिट गर्दैछौँ र होटलको प्राइस कस्तो छ पर नाइट त्यहाँको फेसिलिटिजहरू कस्तो छ एकजना हाम्रो भिजिट गरिकन होटल चाहिँ हामी हेर्न जाँदैछौँ अहिले गणेश सरसँग रिक्सा चढेर र रिक्सा चढ्नु चाहिँ रमाइलो छ किनभने अरू गाडी चढ्दाखेरि सफोकेटेड फिल हुन्छ भित्रको अक्सिजनको अभावले पनि होला त्यहाँनिर एक किसिमको त्यो गाडीको स्मेलले पनि एक किसिमको त्यो नाउजियाटिक फिल हुन्छ बान्ता आउला जस्तो फिल हुन्छ तर रिक्सा चढ्दाखेरिको मजा भन्नेकै नै अक्सिजन त अब के होला र काठमाडौँमा त्यही पनि भएको जतिको अक्सिजन सबै लिन पाइन्छ फ्रेस अक्सिजन भनौँ न अब 2-4वटा रुखहरू पनि देखिन्छ थमेल जस्तो कङ्क्रिटको सहर नै पनि
हजुर
रमाइलो भइरहेको छ सर
एकदम
थ्याङ्क यू सो मच यो अवसरको लागि हजुरलाई
तपाईँलाई पनि धेरै धन्यवाद
रिक्सा चढ्ने अवसर पाइयो आज त्यो चाहिँ मलाई
अनि पानी पऱ्यो भने यस्तो गर्ने होइन
छत पनि हुँदो रहेछ होइन
छत पनि हुने
ट्रान्सपोर्ट प्लेन चढ्दा भन्दा रिक्सा चढ्दाखेरि चाहिँ छुट्टै एक्साइटमेन्ट हुँदो रहेछ
एकदम छ र जिन्दगीमा प्लेनहरू धेरै चढियो हो होइन
हजुर
तर चाहिँ अब थमेलमा रिक्सा त्यति चढेको छैन क्या हामी होइन
प्लेन चढ्दाखेरिमा जहिले पनि डर लाग्छ मलाई
हजुर
एकचोटि एउटा मेसिन खुस्किएर खस्यो भने मान्छे गयो टेक्ने ठाउँ कतै छैन अडिने ठाउँ कतै छैन
हजुर
प्लेन चढ्दाखेरि
हजुर
गाडी चढ्दा पनि जस्तो ब्रेक फेल भयो यताउता भयो भने ठुक्किएर गोडिँदै गएर खोलातिर खस्यो भने मान्छेको गयो लाइफ जुनी गयो होइन रिक्सामा चाहिँ नि अब त्यस्तो रिक्साले अरूलाई ठोक्काउने जोखिम पनि हुँदैन अरूले रिक्सालाई पनि अरूले खासै अब हेपेको पेलेको त्यस्तो देखिँदैन तर साइकलको यात्रामा चाहिँ
दाजु
साइकललाई
यहाँ त्यो निर्वाण होटल थाहा छ तपाईँलाई निर्वाण यता कि त्यहाँ एकछिन पसौँ ल
साइकलको यात्रामा चाहिँ नि अब साइकललाई अलिकति डोमिनेट गर्ने अरू सवारीहरूले चान्सेस हुन्छ
हजुर
रिक्सामा त्यो हुँदैन अनि रिक्साको अर्को फर्स्ट पोइन्ट मलाई मन परेको के भन्नुहुन्छ भने नि सर
हजुर
यो अलिकति हाइटमा हुँदो रहेछ बस्ने ठाउँ
हजुर
अनि यो रिक्सा चालकलाई अलिकति तलै देखिन्छ र उहाँको कोममाथिबाट उहाँको टाउकोमाथिबाट अगाडिका दृश्यहरू पनि सबै छर्लङ्गै देखिने र पछाडिका दृश्यहरू पनि छर्लङ्गै देखिने र एट द सेम टाइम यो अक्सिजन सहितको हावा खान पाइने सुविधा हुँदो रहेछ रिक्सामा यो स्टेसनको बेस्ट भेटिएम जस्तो लाग्यो मलाई
हामी चाहिँ होटल निराभान जाँदैछौँ एकछिनको लागि होइन त्यहाँबाट त्यहाँ गइसकेपछि हामी फेरि हाम्रो ब्रेन्डसँग चाहिँ हामी फेरि फर्किनेछौँ त्यहीबाट
क्लिन एरिया
हाउ डु यु फिल सर
I feel so rejuvenated over here in this area. I feel renewed. Spiritually, mentally, and physically. When I get to this area, I feel so rejuvenated and renewed. Everything is, the ambience is what I like most about this place. And Nirvana Hotel itself is so much familiar to me for over the years. And whenever I get to Nirvana Hotel, I feel home. I feel at home. Exactly. It's not a new place.
Yeah. अब चाहिँ हामी
So we are getting off the rickshaw.
हामी एकछिन यता जान्छौँ ल है हामी 2 मिनट मात्रै है
There's a dog at the gate.
ब्लक हो
It's like
closed.
Unfortunately.
बन्द रहेछ त हो another
Do you know the reason why Nirvana Hotel is closed?
I'm not sure, so maybe I don't know why the Nirvana is closed. दाजु बन्द हो ए कोही मान्छे छैन हाम्रो त्यो टुरिस्टको लागि केही बुकिङहरू गर्नुपर्ने थियो कि
टुरिस्टको लागि बुकिङ गर्नु
पुरै बन्द हो अहिले किन कारण चाहिँ के हो ए हो र
ए कति दिन
अब कहिले
भइसक्यो थुप्रै 3 वर्ष भइसक्यो
अनि अब खुल्दैन यो
यसमा केही छैन के छ अब मान्छे
मान्छे बसेन
अब खुल्दैन है
अब खोलिन नखोली अब सावरहरू अब उनीहरूको कुर चलेपछि हुन्छ
केमा युज भइरहेछ अहिले
त्यति बन्द भइरहेछ केही पनि भएको छैन
हो हामी पहिला सपोर्ट
कोठाहरू खाली छ
खाली छ
हो अनि
त्यसको आफ्नै हो
आफ्नै हो
युजमा ल्याउँदा हुन्थ्यो त नि
यसमा ल्याएको हुन्थ्यो नि अब
यहाँको त्यो हाम्रो के अरे म्यामहरू सरहरू चाहिँ कहाँ हुन्छ त्यो म्यानेजरहरू
उहाँहरू त उहाँ रानीबाट
अब हामी फिल्म पनि गरिरहेका छौँ आउनुहोस् ल्याउनुहोस् क्यामराम्यानमा हाम्रो पाइलट सर हुनुहुन्छ हाम्रो रिक्सा चलाउने पाइलट अब चाहिँ हामी अर्को होटलमा जान लागिरहेको छौँ हाम्रो सरसँग
Unfortunately, Nirvana Hotel has closed down nowadays.
Yeah.
It has since I think for a few years now.
Yeah.
And the reason is the owner of the Nirvana Hotel has passed away,
Yeah.
and it is in limbo now. They don't know what to do with the back-end rooms inside the Nirvana Hotel. Since because of the fact that the owner of the hotel is no more. Has passed away. It's very sad. It's
Yeah.
very sad.
Yeah. Actually, Nirvana Hotel is very nice. It was very nice, but unfortunately, the owner has been passed away. So maybe they're gonna reopen very soon.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully the Nirvana Hotel will be open very soon, even though at the moment the hotel is not active. It is not active at the moment. The owner of the hotel passed away a few years back, according to the gatekeeper. What he said, we met him and we felt disheartened to know that Nirvana Hotel's proprietor is not in this world. It's very sad and tragic.
Tragic.
Beyond words.
Yeah. This is the main Thamel area. So we. This is so nice, right?
So how do you feel, sir?
I
Traveling
feel
on a rickshaw,
it's quite a
maybe
bit.
after 5 or 6, after 5 or so years.
Yeah, it's quite a
We-
bit surprise for
Yeah.
me
Travel on
because
rickshaw.
because there is not any work to come, so I come here after a long time, so I feel really happy to ride on a rickshaw. Yeah, and also it's really I feel very fortunate to walk around in Thamel area after a long time.
So do I. So
Yeah.
do I. I feel the same way. But I feel sorry about the rickshaw puller
Yeah.
who is putting a lot of physical effort into, making the rickshaw move
Yeah.
ahead towards our destination. Maybe we are 100 plus, kilograms.
Yeah.
And the man who is driving rickshaw now may not be even 60 kilograms. And obviously is putting a lot of effort into making the rickshaw move ahead towards our destination.
Exactly.
How do you feel about this man who is driving the rickshaw? So,
I feel sorry about it, though it's his occupation, his job, so he has to do it for the surviving. So even if I feel sorry, he has to do it, right?
actually, philosophically speaking, every one of us is doing the same. And you have your rickshaw to pull, and I have my own rickshaw to pull. And every one of us is pulling our own rickshaws.
Wow.
And in my rickshaw, I have 3 to 4 members. In your rickshaw, maybe you have 5 to 6 members.
Yeah.
The number of people are different, but we are driving our rickshaws, and
Yeah.
we are also the drivers of our lives.
Exactly. Exactly.
That is the metaphor. Rickshaw is the metaphor
Yeah.
in, like literary language. And everyone else is pulling our own rickshaws. And according to the capacity of individuals, we all are pulling our rickshaws. I can see how hard it is for him to pull the rickshaw. He has just gotten off his saddle and he's just literally walking on the road, pulling the rickshaw so hard for us to make it move.
Yeah.
And it's really sad, but it's pathetic. We can't do. We can only feel sad because we have to get to our destination.
Exactly.
And by feeling sorry about the rickshaw puller, we can never get to our destination. And sometimes in life we have to be unkind and ruthless. And unless we are unkind and ruthless, we may not get to our destination on time. So how do you feel about being rickshaw puller for your family, sir?
As you said, me myself is, rickshaw puller. I mean, driver of my family. So everybody, not only me, everybody, we have to pull our, rickshaw in a right way, in a right direction, and in a right way. If we do careless about our rickshaw, we get accident in the middle way. So we have to be very careful, right?
We have to be very careful
While pulling our rickshaw. Yeah. It's really hard to pull our rickshaw of life, So it's really hard.
So
in the case of this man, he is pulling two rickshaws. One rickshaw is street of Thamel, and another rickshaw is in his life. So he has to be more responsible.
He has to be more,
Exactly.
obviously, that's for sure. While pulling rickshaw, there are two things that the rickshaw puller has to keep in mind. The first thing is that he has to know where he is going.
Yeah.
And the second thing is he has to maintain the speed, because only with the right speed he can get to his destination on time. If either he's slow, he may not get to his destination on time, and if he is too fast, he may collide into some other vehicle coming from the opposite direction.
Yeah.
So he has to be careful about his speed of the rickshaw.
Yeah.
And the first thing that I mentioned earlier, that he has to be known, he has to be aware about where he's going, his destination.
Yeah.
That is what matters when it comes to pulling a rickshaw. And rickshaw pullers know these two things very clearly. By keeping these two things in mind, they pull the rickshaw, and that they continue doing that day in, day out. And that's how they earn their survival, that's how they earn their living. They feed their family, they send their children to school, and they purchase the daily necessities of the house.
Exactly.
So I think it should be one of the most respectful professions.
Exactly.
But unfortunately, in countries like Nepal, rickshaw pulling is regarded as a menial job with the lowest pay, where the job holder has to do the hardest of the job. It can be the least respected job, but the way I see it, it has to be the most respected job, because this is, I think, rickshaw pulling is one of the hardest jobs that we can see. So this is what I think about rickshaw pulling, sir.
Yeah. But I agree with your what you said, but we do have to respect the job. The job is not big and small, so and he is used to, he is used to pulling rickshaw. So it is better to pull rickshaw than going somewhere else, maybe mountain, So I think he is used to. So this is nothing for him, If, though we respect, and this is very hard job for him, right?
Obviously, this is very hard. No, obviously, it like you said, this is one thing he can do. He cannot go to the mountains and climb the mountains. Maybe he has not chosen to go overseas for work, for earning money, and maybe he is not able to do other jobs than rickshaw pulling, and rickshaw pulling is the only job that we can do. And we all do only what we can do. And there are Sherpas who can climb the mountains, who can easily acclimatize with altitude, and they have stamina, and they have skills and courage to climb the mountains, and that's what they are good at, and all of us do what we are good at.
Yeah,
And
that's
individual always does what he or she is good at. So maybe you are good at guiding tourists and you do that. Maybe I may be good at different affairs and different activities, and that's what I find myself engaged most of the time. And in case of this rickshaw puller, this is what he's good at, and this is what he does on a daily basis to earn his living. So I feel proud, of the people who do what they are good at, what they can. And I'm also very respectful to this rickshaw puller. I feel pity on him. At the same time, my heart gets filled with the sense of respect towards him, because he's doing what he can, and he's doing it with 100% honesty and effort. And he has a full trust in his rickshaw pulling job, because by doing it, he can earn living for his family, for himself. He can purchase the necessities of the kitchen of the family members, right? So I salute him.
Yeah.
Hats off to the rickshaw puller.
And people are we have been involved in tourism sector for a long time. So do you think there is big scope for tourism sector in Nepal, or what do you think?
There has to be. There has to be the not only big scope, but the biggest scope has to be there in tourism in Nepal, because we have mountain range that is spreading from the east to the west of the northern part of Nepal, and all regions, and there are uncountable number of mountains, smallest to biggest, shortest to highest. Mountains are there standing in the northern part of the Nepal that is bordering China from Nepal. So if only we can introduce Nepal to the world tourism, the tourists from all over the world will flock to Nepal, and that is very obvious. But
दाजु मल्ल होटल यता हो, तर हामी ठ्याक्कै मल्ल होटल भन्दा पनि यताबाट हो क्या, मल्ल होटल पुग्नु पर्दैन हामी, होइन? बरु यता चाहिँ होला जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई। एकछिन ल, हामी हेरौँ ल, एकछिन यहाँ एकछिन रोक्नु मिल्छ नि? अलिक यता ल्याउनु पर्छ कि?
It's a beautiful. So what do you think about the tourism in Nepal, sir? Does it have a scope, or it is just dying down with each passing day? Is it declining, or it is improving the performance?
It has been declined before because of the coronavirus, but now it's getting back to normal. And of course, Nepal has a big scope in tourism sector. As you know, Lord Gautam Buddha has been born in Nepal. Nepal is known as birthplace of Gautam Buddha, and also Sagarmatha, the Mount Everest, which is tallest peak in the world. So, and also there are a lot of things to be explored. Nepal is very rich country in what we called culture, So yeah, it has a big scope, and also it's getting back to normal.
Yeah, it's getting back to normal, and I would like to go back to the question you asked me
Turn left.
earlier.
लेफ्ट टर्न गर्ने भन्छ कहाँबाट होला दाजु
लेफ्ट अलिकति उता गएर लेफ्ट गर्ने हो हजुर
एकछिन यहाँ बस्नु सर त्यसो है यताबाट
भाइ आगन्तुक होटल हो दाइ
ए ल यतै हो ल हामी चाहिँ आगन्तुक होटलको चाहिँ खोजीमा छौँ होइन खोजी कार्य छ एकछिन यहाँ बस्दै गर्नु ल यताबाट जाँदैन है ल हस् बस्दै गर्नु ल